Hello there, Big Benedict here. We're playing Dark Souls 3 on New Game Plus 7 difficulty. This is my guide and walkthrough. We're currently on part 23, Aldrich, Devourer of Gods boss fight. So, we're outfitted here in some garb, which should help us defend ourselves against magic and against dark for this particular boss fight, which it took me almost exactly 2.5 hours to take this boss down. And that's pretty much a lot of the struggles, like what it boils down to. The game demands a lot of you on New Game Plus. So here's the boss fight. Now, when she fires her arrows, you have two choices, and one of the choices that you see me do is to keep the lock-on held so that I can move around the room and still sprint, and yet stay at such a distance from her where the lock-on doesn't break. Your other choice is to break the lock-on and hold the controller in an alternate way so that you can move the camera while still sprinting. The only problem with that is that when you see her weapon glow, you're going to have to evade, and you start running out of thumbs when you're trying to do all of those actions, trust me. So I would just say, when you're evading the arrow rain, you know, it's kind of up to you how you want to handle it. Now, she's going to go onto the ground and move locations every time, and she's going to cast that AoE right before she does so. And it's kind of funny because she'll either do the arrow rain quite a lot, or she won't do it that much. It's quite random. But I think there's one thing certain about this fight, is that you really can't afford to stay in one place. In fact, it's just not doable if you're staying in one place. And particularly if you're healing, I've been trying to heal sometimes, and almost to the point where I was getting killed because of the magic orbs floating around the room. And when I first came to this boss, I infused my Lothric sword with the fire element, and I was essentially doing chip damage, so I don't understand why anybody would want to infuse their weapon. It does twice as much damage to have your weapon normally without any infusions in it. And it's, I don't know, it's just, it's shit damage. Now, one of the attacks that's hard to evade is when she brings out her scythe, and I think she's going to do it again. Yet, she do it now? No, she does a poke right there, and it's really nice to have the Karthus Bloodbite ring on for the additional iframes. I really wish you could disable the kick. And oh, another thing about the fire bombs, they actually do deal pretty good damage, but do you see how much damage I'm dealing with fire bombs? That was taking away... Oh, here's the scythe. Oh, that is so hard to evade. But I evaded it every time she did it on this run. It's evading, like, right when she's hitting, and then evading really quickly again because she does another attack with it. But the damage that you do with the fire bombs in this fight, that was dealing more than my fire Lothric Knight sword. So that's pretty telling when a fire bomb does more than the actual sword. And she's weak against fire. Oh, here we go. 1, 2. I don't understand it, and I probably never will. But I stay away from infusing weapons now. It's just not worth it. It does shit damage all around. Okay, so here she's doing her arrow rain again. I'm keeping the lock-on held. And here she goes with 1. I've had her do that up to 4 times, although she typically just does it 2, maybe 3 times, but 3 is kind of rare too. 1, 2. There we go. That's really hard. If that hits you, it almost kills you. Okay. Yeah, just strafe and jump out of the way of those projectiles. Here she goes with the arrow rain again. Kind of caught me off guard, I think. Oh, one of my friends, Hado, was remarking that she spams the magic less if you stay... Is it a she or a he? Who knows at this point? Okay, guys, so that is the entire fight. And because we've already taken care of the dancer, obviously we're not going to be fighting her in the next video. Although the game does warp you back to the dancer of the Boreal Valley. Fuck, am I going to have to put the pirate picture again? I ran out of time. It's going to put us back to the dancer of the Boreal Valley, that bonfire, and then we will proceed to Lothric Castle. Take care of yourselves.